What's up? Episode 5 of the Something You Should Know podcast. I'm Brian.
I'm Jonathan.
And shit, like, how's your weekend? How's your week been?
Week's been cool. Caught a cold on Monday. Got over it pretty quick though. I'm kind of congested. That's about it.
That's good. That's good. I got a cough. I'm gonna have the corona.
You got the coronavirus.
Might have the corona. But yeah, it's just me and my homie right now. But
damn,
what?
Not even. I thought you were talking about me and shit.
No, fool. I'm talking about Chewbacca.
You haven't even seen the new Star Wars?
I haven't.
No, I didn't even know. I was just.
Man, shut up. Let's see. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. A lot of stuff I want to talk about. You saw it, right? Or a halftime show, not Super Bowl, but
yeah, I saw the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. How'd you feel about it? You like it?
This halftime show?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that Shakira did like a couple of her classics, right?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what they were, but I know I know I've heard them before, like several times.
Were you grew up on Shakira?
Kind of, but I'm not gonna say I grew up on her, but I for sure like recognized her songs and knew that they were like the popular ones.
Mm-hmm. What about J-Lo?
Less. I just know that one song with Ja Rule. Was it Ja Rule?
Yeah, she has like one or two songs with them. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was J-Lo, but I was like, oh, I've heard that song a lot. So,
what was I gonna say? What about the special acts that came out? Bad Bunny and J Balvin.
Bad Bunny was cool, but J Balvin, I don't know.
Like, you didn't like him?
Not really. I think I'm just kind of going off what my sister was saying. She was like, he doesn't really deserve to be up there or something. Like, he's not that great, I guess. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I like Bad Bunny more than J Balvin.
Yeah, I get that. I feel that. I understand that. What I saw was they're trying to do is I think Bad Bunny's from Puerto Rico, and so is J-Lo, and then J Balvin's from Colombia. And that's where Shakira's from.
Okay.
Yeah, so they wanted to do the mix and match.
Yeah.
Because people were wondering, like, where's Pitbull at? Because it was in Miami.
Yeah.
So people were like, where's Pitbull?
Where is he from?
Yeah, but I like that they wanted to do two headlining female acts.
Yeah.
I think that's really what they wanted to push to, represent that. Not just two Latino people. They wanted Latino women. So I liked it. I thought all of it was pretty good. I feel like I haven't like seen or heard about Shakira in a while. So
same, yeah.
Yeah, so she's but she's also someone like you just know. You just like when you hear that name, you're just like Shakira. I know who Shakira is. I also like that it wasn't like last year's Super Bowl that was in Atlanta, and then they got Adam Levine to do it. It was Adam Levine and Travis Scott.
And Travis Scott?
Yeah. But Adam Levine was the main guy.
Yeah, and he like took off his shirt and shit.
Yeah, he did all this stuff, and it's just like that was the NFL before the Rock Nation deal, so it was just you could tell they don't know what's going on with popular.
What's the Rock Nation deal?
So Rock Nation does all of their what should I call it? All of their like music stuff. So like the people stuff like this, music? Like the halftime show, like the halftime show and all this other stuff is what they'll do.
Only for the Super Bowl?
Nah, just for good
games and
games and
everything.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, so I like that. I like that they knew what their audience was looking for, especially in Miami. Yeah. It's Latino population and everything, so that's what you're gonna get. Yeah. Back to the Adam Levine part thing though. Well, like I said, so applauded them. Really good job. They did a really good job with the show. I liked it. I saw a lot of people say it was one of the best ones they've seen in a while.
This year's?
Yeah, this year's. Yeah. But so many people were mad that it was way too sexual.
Okay, I can see that. They're just up there shaking their ass for the camera for
But
about like
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
how long? Like 5-10 seconds.
Yeah, something like that. She has stripper poles.
I guess the Super Bowl. I guess something football or like the Super Bowl is like a family thing because like there's football Sundays and like families. I guess I don't know if typical American families like get together on Sundays and watch football together and shit. So maybe like people are mad just because their kids saw something like that, but they'll see that shit anywhere. Like fucking go to the mall, you'll see fucking ass and leggings and all that shit.
Yeah, I agree. It's silly.
Instagram.
Yeah. I agree. It's just silly and I feel like it was especially directed towards J-Lo just because she had the stripper poles.
Oh yeah.
But like her whole thing was just like woman empowerment.
Okay, yeah.
And like she's been on this whole like stripper, I don't want to say hype, but cuz she made that movie Hustlers and stuff like that. So she's been on like this isn't new for her. It's like,
Yeah, kids are like like, what is that, mommy? She's like, oh, that's how some women make money when
I mean, it's true.
It's the truth.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's a job.
It's like I want to see them. I want to go contribute to their their job.
Imagine it'd be like that. You seen that meme with the kid in the club where he's just like,
oh yeah. It's like all the kids after watching the Super Bowl.
I also feel like it's kind of an excuse. That whole, oh, the kids are too young. This blah blah blah. Like they try to do that for like a bunch of LGBTQ plus like stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, when do you introduce this? When can you talk about it? Why is it on TV? Kids, it's just an excuse. It's dumb.
Yeah, it's all about education.
Yeah, so. like teach your kids. Your kids should know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just something small I saw. People were also mad that they couldn't understand the lyrics. They couldn't understand what.
That's understandable.
Really?
Well, I guess just because it's understandable because it's an American event. You know what I mean? So it's like in America, the main language is English. You'd say, or I'd say. So it's like I can see how people are mad about that, but it's like get off your high horse. You're in America. It's like the biggest, or what makes America America is all the different ethnicities and cultures that are part of it. Yeah, that's what's made America what it is today. Like with all the immigrants,
the melting pot.
Yeah,
like exactly. America's a melting pot. That's why I would kind of like disagree, or not disagree, but like same thing as you saying.
Yeah.
That English is the main thing here. It's the main thing because it has to be. It's not. It's not literally the main thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, people need to get.
It's like a systematic oppression system. If you
pretty much, yeah.
It's like if you speak English, then you have more opportunity. But if you don't, you're doing all the dirty work or all the other labor shit.
Hey, what's funny though is you get paid more if you're bilingual.
That's true.
Yeah. So is.
Well, yeah. That is the thing.
So like these people should probably just learn how to speak Spanish.
Exactly.
Complaining about it, you can't understand the lyrics. It's also like it's an all-land Super Bowl.
That's where they're taking our jobs comes from. It's all the only English, mainly English speakers. Not to be, or I guess I can say this. Mainly white people.
Yeah, white
that
people.
are being outdriven by Latinos bilingual people that have both languages pretty fluent.
It's not blame yourselves. Don't blame anyone else because you can't learn another language.
Yeah.
So another topic that got brought up before the Super Bowl, not even before the Super Bowl happened, but it was when they first were announced. I saw that they were going to be the acts. I saw people talking about them being very white passing, very white passing acts.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Do you even think that should even be a conversation? Is that even
I think
fair to say?
It goes into a deeper conversation of internalized racism, right? Because the people that make that accusation are kind
of... not exactly. So white passing is pretty much... I know what you're saying. Yeah. We'll probably get to that in a sec, but... So pretty much people. So white passing people. Do you know what white passing people are, or who white passing people?
People
are?
That look white.
Pretty much, or like just have like white features. Not even that.
like
It's
blonde
usually
hair.
only. It's usually only like skin tone. It's usually only based on skin tone.
Really? Not. You wouldn't say blonde hair necessarily, or like light hair.
That too. I feel
That's
like it's
one of
just.
the
I feel like it's kind of just an ignorant thing that people say.
Okay, yeah.
Because
So
what I
like
mean
any
by
feature.
no, what I
any
mean
feature.
by yeah, just that's what I mean. Like some
Yeah.
people are very ignorant about it, and just
Yeah.
any feature.
Yeah.
It's if you're not if your skin tone, like if your skin tone is just very white, then people will say that you're very white passing.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Would you say even the way you talk, even the way some people talk?
Nah,
Like people will be like, "You talk white" or something.
that's just fucked up for people to say. That's not. I don't. That's not included, but it's just something that people will say to someone.
Yeah.
But I thought this topic even getting brought up is kind of ridiculous because just how much I personally hate it and just how disrespectful it kind of is and ignorant. Like I said, to me it's used a lot by people, and it comes off as they're trying to take someone's identity away from them.
Okay.
And what I mean by that, for example, is I know a lot of white passing people or Latinos, and they really love their heritage. Like they love that shit, but they just
look.
They just look. They just have the look.
Yeah.
That's not their fault.
Yeah.
But people will consistently like hit them with
Get
that.
offended by that. Get offended by them trying to, or even looking like that. Not.
Yeah, just stuff like that.
They're
And,
like offended.
and kind of having that privilege.
Yeah.
In a way. So that's what I think. It's disrespectful. It's rude. It's sometimes it can come off as people trying to take their identity, trying to strip something away from them.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like they are Latino no matter what.
Yeah. And it's like they're mad because they can't relate to physically looking like them.
Nah,
it's like
I wouldn't say that. Just because I feel like people, it could be for sure could be. It's I don't like to think like that because that just also continues this thing that looking white is better or not.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people just need to love themselves, love how they look, love where they're from, all that.
Well, if it's just based on looks, or white passing is just based on looks, that's basically what it is, though. You know what I mean? Like, oh, if you don't look like me, then you're white passing. You're looking white. You're looking different than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's why people label them, right? Or that's why they're labeled in the first place, just because of how they look.
It's usually people within their own community that's labeling them that.
Yeah. I got you.
And it's not just in the Latino community. I've heard it within all other communities, but I'm gonna keep it within Latino just because that's what the main topic is about.
Yeah.
Another reason I thought this was kind of a silly thing to bring up is we see that the agenda Rock Nation wanted to put out there was we want 2 female, all Latina acts. All Latin Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
We can agree with that. And I don't really know that many. Like the Super Bowl is a big stage, so you need a big name. I don't really know that many. Like even just Latin artists, women and men. I don't know that many that could really go on that stage.
Yeah.
Like
Pitbull, maybe.
Yeah, Pitbull for sure in Miami.
Yeah.
Daddy Yankee.
I would even say him less.
Really?
Mention him less. I think he's like under Pitbull in terms of.
Oh yeah, for sure, especially in Miami.
That popularity.
So yeah, like I can't really think of other acts. Like Pitbull's top tier in Miami. Like I said, Daddy Yankee, I think he'd probably be under him. Other big Latin acts, maybe
Mark
Anthony for sure. Romero,
Ricky Martin. Oh yeah,
Romero Santos, I think is another one. But like we just said, like it looks like Rock Nation wanted 2 women.
Yeah.
So those are all men.
Yeah. And that's pretty present. J-Lo and Shakira, I feel like, blow them out of the water, or they, or whatever, however that. Works. You know what I mean? Compared to, or in terms of popularity, compared to them.
And like we said, like Shakira's a known name. Jennifer Lopez is a known name. Like they're always gonna be known name. They're known names. Like you say that name, people know who it is.
Yeah.
But women wise, I can't really think of many. Like maybe like Cardi B. Like she got offered it last year. I can't think of anyone else. like there's Becky G, but like she's not even that big.
Yeah. I guess Christina Aguilera.
She could be one. I don't
But
really know
she's
much
like
about her.
she's like what is it? I don't know. Washed out or like she's like old now. She's like old news now. You know.
Yeah, I think she kind of. Yeah, I think she's pretty old.
What is the word for that?
Old.
Like when an artist is just like
Washed.
not even relevant anymore.
Washed.
Yeah, like washed or like I forgot.
Yeah, like I can't. Yeah, I just I don't. I can't think of any other acts, and it is a business. It's
Yeah.
So I think they did a good job with it.
Nail on the head.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was a sneeze. I want to say salud.
Salud.
But let's see where else I want to go with this. People really didn't like that J-Lo got picked also because she's a problematic artist.
You said because she said the N-word.
That was one of the things.
Did we already talk about how she took the job instead of declining it, or she took the act instead of declining it? You know, I don't think we talked about that yet. We just talked about that before.
We'll get to that.
Okay,
We'll get to that. It's just just because you brought it up. So early in her career, 15 years ago, I think it was her first hit. I think it was with Ja Rule. I forget what it's called, but she said the N-word. And it was, a big hoax and everything. And she apologized and did it, and did her whole thing for it. And then Ja Rule came out and
said he gave her the pass.
Like he he did that, but like he also like backed her on. He said like I wrote it. He was in the studio with her. He thought it was okay. He didn't see any problem with it, and so he let her put it out.
Yeah.
And obviously people were mad because it's just it's not cool. She should have known. She should have known. I don't think it's okay, Ja. You should change this.
Yeah.
But she didn't, and so that happened. And 15 years later, it still gets brought up. And
damn, really?
Yeah. Personally, I'm not. Yeah. Personally, I don't really have much to say about it because I just don't.
You
really
weren't offended.
It's just it's not for me to say.
Yeah.
But this brings up a bigger thing to me that I've seen throughout people, that people just don't accept change within people. Now this is I'm not talking about this whatever. People can be upset about this. I'm not gonna say they can't. My thing is just the change part, and this goes for any topic, anybody who's done something bad or wrong in their past, and people don't ever want to look past it, especially if they've learned from their mistake and we're just like, okay, that wasn't okay with me, and then never do it again. As long as someone shows that they haven't done it again, they've shown that they've learned from their mistake, then I feel like people should be more accepting of it.
Yeah. For example, like J-Lo did that 15 years ago, and people and even though she said sorry and apologized and acknowledged her wrongdoing, they're still mad. Yeah. Just because she did it in the first place. Yeah. Yeah. As long as someone shows, we were talking about in the Brockhampton topic a while ago, Amir Van, right?
Yeah.
How he said he acknowledged his mistake and then took what was it?
He went to therapy. He did all that. He got help.
No, but he acknowledged his mistake and then he took accountability for it. So if they're held accountable, then they can hold that guilt and not do it again. You should know that they might have that guilt. You don't have to keep reminding them or something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty much about it. That's the whole thing. And also, no one was mad at Ja Rule. Come on.
Yeah, he's the one that wrote it.
Yeah, he's the one that wrote it. He gave her the pass. He was in the studio with her. He let her drop it.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
How was no one else was just and this was also, I think this was the 90s. So I don't really know how people thought in the 90s, especially adults, but I don't really know what the culture was. But come on now. I just feel like she's just such an easy person that people are just fuck her.
It goes back to what else was it? Just the industry's not taking accountability, or the industry that's backing, or that's us providing or funding the artist. Like the artist is what takes all the backlash when it should
Oh
be
yeah. So artists is always
for the
pretty much
samples.
yeah. So that was the second thing. Some context is so she's stolen about or people. She's also problematic because people said that she's stolen from black artists. And when I was bored, did some research on it real quick, and it really wasn't like it was her, but not really because so in 9 of the 15, I saw 15. In 9 of the 15, the producers and the engineer made the beat for her and got a sample, put the sample in the song
Yeah.
without clearance and just gave it to her and told her to make the song.
Yeah.
And then after she made the song, they did what engineers do and everything, and then they put it out.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them, the record label didn't credit the writers, didn't credit the people who were also on it. So it's like, but they gave her the music. Like they gave it to her, they fed it to her, and she was being an artist.
Yeah.
And it's just like people attack her for it because she's like you said, the puppet.
Yeah.
And no one's mad at the label.
Yeah. She's just doing her job.
Mm-hmm.
Like she didn't know. How does she know that the sample
isn't clear?
And that it's even a sample in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's just stuff like that. And I also feel like this also goes back to like people just being so simple minded and being like, yeah, she stole music and just leave it at that. No one wants to like think a little bit harder, thinking that all right, she has to make a song, give it to her label. Her label has to listen to it, and then they got to drop it.
Yeah, but that's because people don't know how it works. You know what I mean? Like they don't know what goes on. So J-Lo wrote that song in her room and recorded it, and put out. Like nowadays, people can get mad about that stuff. Like if they steal ideas and stuff, because like SoundCloud and all that. Like just it's a lot more direct with the artist.
People also like to pick and choose the artists that they want to get mad at.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, especially a big thing now is like no one's mad about these producers not getting paid. There's so many producers coming out saying that I'm not getting paid. I haven't got paid for this hit.
Good producers.
And it's just like, bro, what? Like, you guys want to pick and choose J-Lo for stealing music, but you guys aren't going to keep the same energy for everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, another big thing right now is flows. People are stealing flows all the time. Drake's done it. Yeah. Ariana got accused of doing it. And like, stuff like that. Like, people just want to pick and choose who they want to get on. And I feel like once someone becomes an easy target, they're just always gonna, be a target.
Who would you say is an easy target, or has been an easy target lately?
Besides J-Lo, in the music industry, I probably have to think about it. I know I've thought about some.
Yeah. I guess, or I was gonna say Drake because people are accusing him of ghostwriters as well, but that's kind of different.
Yeah, I think that's like a little bit different, but he's kind of like a scapegoat also, in a sense. But I'd have to think about it. I know there's a few I've thought about before, just like not coming to mind. But yeah, man, I just want more people to like understand. I just want people to stop being so simple minded. I think
they just don't know how shit works.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, though? Do you feel like people should have an opinion even though they don't know much information about something?
No. And there's like a saying for that. It's like I forgot, but continue.
I feel I feel like people should have an opinion on it, but also not yet. People deserve to have an opinion on whatever they want. I feel like people should be more informed. People should inform themselves more and educate yourself on something before you give an opinion.
Yeah.
And some people might even disagree. Like when we talk about when people get mad at racist people when they want to say their unwanted opinion or their opinion on something. But it's like, it's because they're not educated. But people are doing the same shit when they like putting in their 2 cents and they don't understand something completely.
Exactly.
But no one wants to have that conversation.
I forgot my train of thought, but
but yeah, I mean that's about that. She could be problematic though if we don't know the gist of everything, but if she knew what she was doing and all that, then that's wrong, completely wrong. Shouldn't do that. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
But what I'm just thinking is, it's always for me. It's always gonna be fuck the label, because labels industry, like we've been talking about, is crooked as fuck. They do fucked up shit, and they got these workers who know will be the puppet for them.
Yep.
So
like, exploiting.
Yeah, exploiting these artists and everything. So like, fuck that. See another thing. Some people said there wasn't enough representation within the show
of like LGBTQ and
just people of color, just everything.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I don't know. I kind of just remember like the main parts. Not really too much of the stuff going on around the main acts. I like how they did J-Lo's kid came out to sing, and it was for like awareness of what was it?
It's for like immigration, all the immigration, crazy immigration stuff that's going
like
on right
kids
now.
in cages type shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
That was a big thing also. What I saw, I saw a lot of representation within just beautiful people, to be honest. Like there was just a range of beautiful people there. Like there wasn't, I feel like there wasn't really that many people that were not included.
Ugly
and then
people?
wait, my bad, go ahead.
I said, what about the ugly people?
Oh,
You said there's a bunch of beautiful people, but
they were all beautiful. Like they're all just like people. And I mean that's like they look like, good people, and like like I don't know what people saw. And then they included Bad Bunny and J Balvin, who are two Latino artists who have pushed the LGBTQ plus, like I don't want to say push the agenda, but they're really for it.
Yeah.
They put it in their music videos.
Made their voice.
Like they
heard about it.
Like they're like, what's it called? Toxic masculinity. Like they just like they're not with that. Like, they're just very, open. I don't know what the word to use before it, but like they represent it.
In touch with your feminine side.
Yeah, like, I mean, I guess you do that. Yeah. But like, stuff like that. So I don't know what people were talking about when I saw that, but yeah. And the last big thing, which was pretty much the biggest thing of it all, the biggest controversy of it all, was people were saying Shakira and J-Lo were turned their backs on the black community for accepting the performance.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Like, do you agree, disagree? And they're saying this because other artists have declined
in the past
the Super Bowl because of Colin Kaepernick, because they're not giving him a job, and all that stuff is going on.
Yeah. Well, last time you said Cardi B and who?
Rihanna.
And Rihanna declined it. Well, why'd they decline it? Just because?
They both said for Kaepernick.
Okay. But I would think that's kind of backwards, because if they're both, or Rihanna's black, so like if they're trying to put
Cardi?
No, Rihanna. Oh. If they're trying to put on for the black community, then they should have taken the job and like showed the world their talent. You know what I mean? Like just like J-Lo and Shakira took the job to put on for Latinos, or like to take pride in that.
Okay.
Or like show their pride, I guess.
Okay, I get that. I get that for sure. Totally. But yeah, I could totally see, I see that side.
Yeah.
Their whole thing was just, we don't want to support an organization that is blackballing.
Yeah, I get that.
And I understand that. Yeah. But now that you say that, I think about, okay, what if they would have taken it and they would have got political with their performance?
Yeah.
What if they would have shined some light on Kaepernick? Like, what if they wore like a Kaepernick jersey? Like what Jay-Z did that one time for one of his concerts. Like he wore a Kaepernick jersey and he was performing in it. I totally get that. Like absolutely.
And it's not like we were talking about earlier as well. It's not J-Lo or Shakira's place to put on for black people, I guess.
So my whole thing was, so if we go with the notion that J-Lo is turning her, I'm just gonna start with J-Lo real quick, just because we can split them up a little bit. If let's go with the notion that J-Lo is turning her back on the black community, I don't think I've ever heard the black community ever include or even acknowledge J-Lo as one of them, or even that she supports them. Or maybe J-Lo has come out before and said, I support the black community. If J-Lo did that, then yeah, I could totally understand the frustration and the anger for it. but I don't know, and maybe someone else does know. Maybe she did do
Yeah.
that, but from my knowledge, I don't think she did, and neither do I think that the black community looks at J Lo as you're with us or like
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's see.
Let's say they did refuse to take the job or whatever. Who do you
Mhm.
think would have been the next runner up for the halftime show?
I think Pitbull.
You think Pitbull?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I get. So I just found out actually that to perform at the Super Bowl you don't get paid.
Really?
A lot of people work for free.
Okay.
Like I even thought Prince got paid for the Super Bowl. Prince didn't get paid,
Yeah.
but you get pretty much a blank check to do whatever you want with the stage.
Oh. Okay.
So what I was reading was at least $12 million gets put into the performance, just the performance itself.
Mm-hmm. And you coordinate it.
Yeah, or you can coordinate the performer, the artist does everything. They figure out what they want to do.
Okay.
And so they pretty much have leeway to do their dream performance.
Yeah.
Right? And they don't make money off it. What they get from it though is the
platform.
The platform, and it's pretty big. Like I don't think like 100 million people was this recent one.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest one was 117 million people. So like so you do get a big you get a big platform. You get a big viewership and everything. And people have always seen a big percentage go up in their music sales. Like when Gaga did it, she saw 1,000% increase in her music sales.
1,000%, no.
In just that day. Crazy, bro.
Damn.
Other people have seen 500%, close to that. So they make good money, they just don't get paid for it.
Yeah.
Seems worth it. But what was I going with that? What'd you ask?
Who was the next runner up?
Okay. So that was my thing. Is just I feel like they would have just got someone else. Someone else would have taken it.
Yeah.
Because again, I when I found out no one gets paid for it, I looked at that as more you're getting a platform. And even if no one accepted it. Yeah, and even if no one accepted it, if let's say they didn't have a halftime show for one time, I feel like they still would have got a lot of viewership.
Yeah.
Maybe they would have got hit a little bit, but I feel like a majority they still would have done their numbers.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like that kind of. I support Kaepernick and everything he's done and just everything he's done for that. But I just feel like people put too much of they give these wealthy artists and these organizations too much power.
Yeah.
Like I remember when we were talking about Kaepernick, I feel like Kaepernick has a bigger voice without the NFL.
Yeah, like he doesn't need the NFL.
Like he doesn't need the NFL to do what he does.
That was kind of like a stepping stone to get his voice, to get his acknowledgement. To shine the light on something that is going down. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like that's what the NFL gives you. It gives you a platform. But I think to me Kaepernick is stronger without the NFL because one, you put a stain on the NFL. I feel like when you mention the NFL, you kind of think of Kaepernick a little bit. You think about how the way they treat Cap, they treated Cap. You learn about their morals, their ethics. Like he put a stain on them. He doesn't need them. Like what I want from the NFL, and this idea that these artists and organizations have so much control and power to fix things, I feel like it's kind of unhealthy. Like people like woke Twitter and like just woke social media is just, oh, they need to do this, they need to put money here, they need to do this, that, and blah blah blah. What is let's say the NFL puts hella money into social justice.
Yeah.
What are they gonna like? What is that gonna fix? There's still gonna be racist people in the world. There's still gonna be crooked cops. There's still like I don't see what it fixes, and maybe it can fix things. I'm open to hearing about it.
Yeah,
but I don't. Even with wealthy people too, it's like people have this idea that money will fix anything, and I feel like people are stuck with it. Like these artists can bring awareness to stuff and shine a big light on it, but I feel like us, the people, can do more than artists can.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Artists, they just have the voice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. and like artists and celebrities and wealthy people, they're so unintuned with what's actually going on in the world. Like we can't expect them to know who to support, what to support, because they're in their own world already.
Yeah.
Like it's confusing. It's a little frustrating. Like what I want from the NFL is I want them to pay their players more. Like advocate for that, because those players they're getting CTE. You know, the crazy shit's happening to NFL players. Pay your players, because they don't get paid that much and they don't get guaranteed money that much. So like handle that. Like I want them to take care of their players and first, then try to save and fix social justice.
Yeah,
like
that's where it could start, and then the players can use their money to like the
go into their own communities,
trickle down economy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's my beef with this whole new idea of like giving too much power and shit to celebrities and organizations and shit. But I do believe like people should their voices should be heard. But let's not give them too much power.
Not expect too much.
Yeah, not expect too much.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then just even back to like J-Lo and Shakira turning their back on the black community. Let's be real. Not every single person cares about everything going on in each. Not every single person cares about the struggles within every community.
Yeah, mainly their own community.
Usually, yeah. It's like when people talk about people in Taiwan, like with the sweatshops or even with shrimp. I'm pretty sure it's Taiwan with shrimp, but like they got some crazy shit going on. And when that conversation gets brought up, we all can agree that that's fucked up. That shouldn't happen anymore. That's not okay. But it's not something that we always thinking about. It's not something that people want to advocate for all the time. And like I can't be mad at her. She said she wanted to represent Latinos. She wanted to shine a light on the Latino community. She wanted the Latino community to feel proud and stuff like that. Like people care about things that affect them. Yeah. And that's going to affect them.
And that's expected.
Yeah.
Like let's say she were to do something in support of African Americans. Latinos would totally cancel her, right?
No.
You don't think so?
Because I mean, African Americans are also a part of the Latino community. You know, Afro-Latinos and stuff like that. Yeah. But my thing is like...
But like, it would be way different than if she did what she did. You know what I mean? Like, for Latinos. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't say that some Latinos are racist.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't want to put that... I don't want to say that. I mean, I feel like there's racist people within every community.
No, yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, I think if she were to do the other... I think it would be dumb for her not to do her Latino thing. You know what I mean? Because she's Latina.
I think a big thing, and I think this goes with the representation thing, is let's say they only had let's say they had no Latin people within their show, which they did.
Yeah.
I think that would be wrong. Because obviously there's Afro-Latinos, there's a bunch of people in Latino community. Yeah. So, but they included that. Like, yes, they aren't African American. They aren't. But it's not like they avoided it. It's not like they like spit on like the black community.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that.
Yeah, they didn't do that. If anything, Shakira also put on for her Lebanese side, her Colombian side, for especially her Colombian side. Like one of her choreographers was Afro-Colombian, and she included, I think it was an African Colombian dance or an African dance that came to Colombia, and it got included in there.
Oh, okay.
Like little things were included in there that was supporting, representing a bunch of things. Like there's a bunch of culture in it. Yeah, and it's just like. This whole, they turned their back on the black community for accepting this performance. Yeah. Also, like,
see, I didn't know that. I didn't know that a lot of like those other aspects or those other cultures were incorporated into the act. So yeah, I can see why people continue to be mad about that, because maybe they don't know like me. Like I didn't know that that stuff was incorporated. If I knew it was incorporated, then yeah, then maybe they wouldn't be mad, or I wouldn't be.
That's
saying
also
that.
That's like also why I think they did a great job. Like they included a lot of things. Like yes, they accepted it, but they shined. Like this whole like this. I feel like this conversation of they're turning their backs on the black community is outshining the fact that she showed that there's kids in cages, there's people dying because of this immigration shit that's going on right now. Because I feel like people should be talking about that more, but they're not. They're talking about this whole they turned their back on the black community, and this whole like topic just like also people who go with it and run with it also creates creates more divide within struggles. The struggles is worse than this struggle. Like, yeah, I feel like people just need to be more united.
Definitely.
Support anyone that's supporting the black community. Support anyone that's supporting the Asian community, the Middle Eastern community, the Latino community, and the Native American community. Any of that. Like, instead of saying, oh, they turned their back, oh, they did this, blah, 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 why not just be like, they did a good job for that community?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. People just want to be mad for some reason. I feel like people just want to be mad. And then Shakira not even from here.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was unfair to include Shakira in that too, just because like a week before the Super Bowl, she just opened up her 7th school in Colombia, where she grew up.
Yeah.
And I was just like she's taking care of like where she from. Like this, like why are you trying to push this thing that like she's turning her back on the black community? Like she's supporting what she's prioritizing, just how other people do it, and there should be nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that's about all I got. But to include, it will always be fuck the NFL until they really like fix their shit. And what I mean by fix their shit is like really become a better organization like the NBA that supports their players, supports their workers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's about all I got. Good long talk, a bunch of shit to talk about.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one.
You got anything else you want to talk about?
Not really.
All right, cool.
Nothing off the top.
All right, see y'all next week.
See ya.